I think Ippei.
I'm just gonna say Ippei.
I think Ippei went rogue. I think Ippei was like, yo, this doesn't look good. I got you. And Shohei's like, I don't know what that means. Next thing you know, he's sitting down for a 90-minute interview. Homie logs into his bank account and just like shows stuff. The article goes on to say ESPN had reviewed the bank information showing Ohtani's name on two $500,000 payments sent in September and October to the bookkeeper.
With his name on it.
Shohei's name on it. What? No. I have not been a fan of Ippei. Personally, I felt the guy was just too much in the spotlight. As an interpreter, I shouldn't know your name. I don't know any other interpreter's name. I don't care if you're hanging out with Ohtani. I don't know you. I don't want to know you. You're not anybody to me. This is the best baseball player on the planet. You can just stay in the shadows. I didn't like that baseball card, the rare trio of baseball cards that came out where it was Ohtani versus Trout in the WBC, and Ippei is holding one of them.
Which, side note, happy 1 year anniversary. I think I saw today that today is 1 year anniversary of that game. What an awesome moment.
What a tournament.
Kind of ironic if you think about it.
Kind of. Yeah.
A year to the date. Wow. Anyway,
for him to be standing there, like, what are you doing? Why are you a part of this? Why are you in this shot? I didn't like it. But how the turntables. Ippei's fallen on a sword.
Do you think Ohtani's the degenerate?
Ippei is falling on a sword. And here's why. For anybody that doesn't bet and doesn't get this, 0% chance any bookie is letting you go in the hole for $4.5 million. 0% chance you have that kind of line of credit. I don't even know what an interpreter makes. Let's go. I mean, give him six figures. We give him a couple $100,000 for a salary.
This is a semi-relevant detail. Let's see.
It's got to be.
Let's see what he makes. Ippei Mizuhara. This was from 9 hours ago. CBS News. Ippei Mizuhara, 39, who has been standing alongside Ohtani for the entirety of the 29-year-old phenom 6 years in the MLB, was paid up to $500,000 a year to serve as an English translator for the native Japanese speaker before being fired.
It's an absurd salary. First off,
$500K
doing something that Google could do.
You're just talking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's insane. There's no way. I don't care.
I say that, and I know like 2 sentences in Spanish. So credit to Ippei for knowing multiple languages.
Baño. Por favor. The
necesito ir a la playa con mi béisbol y perro. That's I need to go to the beach with my baseball and my dog. You're welcome.
Perfect.
Anyway,
Great
continue.
job.
Sorry, continue.
Ippei's falling on the sword. Ippei's being a homie right now.
So I'm understanding you and saying that you think Ohtani's the degenerate here.
I do.
Wow.
The
do. Man, and I tweeted this yesterday. You're telling me the man that has a montage on YouTube of him doing nothing but picking up trash around Major League Baseball stadiums is the degenerate gambler.
I do. I do.
I don't buy it.
I do.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
This man has secrets. We didn't even know he was engaged. Next thing you know, he's married.
What did he not get married this year?
That was
I
random.
keep seeing people. No. I keep seeing people be like, he played for the Angels for however many years he was with the Angels, like 6. He's like, he played with the Angels and didn't know a thing about this guy. And then he comes over to the Dodgers and we find out he has a wife. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's because he wasn't married then. Because they're newly married. We didn't
even know he's engaged. We didn't even know.
So what? Who cares?
These are secrets.
Good for him. Now,
this man has secrets.
I know. No. I know you, and I just know if we would have found out, let's just say his engagement lasted a year, traditional timetable. If it would have come out last offseason that Shohei Ohtani was engaged, and it was all that we talked about for
I would have
weeks,
hated it. I would have hated it.
You would have hated it.
For sure.
So can we not give the guy some slack for maybe not going all crazy public or public at all with the engagement information?
I don't know. I'm engaged. I was pretty happy to tell people. It's just weird. That's all I'm saying.
I'll give you that. It's weird, but I'm not going to knock the guy for
weird.
going.
I think
for
there's
under
secrets.
The radar.
I think there's secrets. I think Ippei's fallen on the sword, dog. Here's why.
So yeah, run with this narrative. Explain to me the narrative that you have in your mind.
He goes to ESPN. He has this conversation. He says, "Hey, look, like it's me. I'm the one doing it. Here's my account. Yeah, here's my account. Super open. Who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody with that kind of debt is like, here's my debt, and shows it to an ESPN reporter. This is insane. And then all of a sudden, Otani's lawyers are like, whoa. Otani's name is on that stuff, dude. Lies. All he said was lies. Everything he just said is not correct. Ippei's like, yeah. You're right. 24 hours later, you're like, yeah. None of that was right. You're right. My bad. Shohei had no idea. How do you tell me on Tuesday that Shohei knew, gave you money to bail you out, and then Wednesday you said Shohei had no idea? And now it's theft? What?
Not to mention the clips of them interacting in the dugout during game 1, and the comments were like, "This doesn't appear to be a video of two people who are at odds right now," because they were interacting just fine, and maybe that was a front. I don't know, but just a lot of weird. And then the shift to theft was the thing that got me. I'm like,
shift to theft.
Whoa.
You don't have your story straight.
It's one thing if we go like Ippei was responsible for this gambling debt, to then go, whoa. It was actually Otani who was responsible for this debt. We need to launch an investigation.
Yeah.
But to go from, hey, this was just a guy paying off his friend's debt to make sure he didn't do it again and just do him a solid, to this guy robbed me.
Yeah. What are
we doing?
This is where the hat's coming in soon.
Okay. What do you got?
Then for the update to come to me on Bleacher Report at 4:08 Pacific time today. As Otani's reps tried to determine what happened, they initially relied on Ippei's translation. So now we're going to say it's a lost in translation situation? What? You're telling me Shohei's lawyers don't speak Japanese? You're telling me Shohei's lawyers aren't able to speak directly? Ippei's the only one that can translate Otani's words? What are you talking about? So we went from Ippei spilling the beans. ESPN's like, let's ride. We're releasing this puppy. Reversing it, saying, nope, all of that was a lie. Lawyers come in, block this. Now it's lost in translation. All in the middle of this, MLB's like, Otani's fine. We're not investigating this.
And I tweeted that out today. I said that was the most predictable headline of all time. Major League Baseball.
If you think Robbie Manfred is looking into Ohtani, this is the. If we remove stats and skill set, we can argue that this is probably the most popular baseball player of all time since Babe Ruth. And even then, Babe Ruth probably didn't reach this legendary status with his name until after he was done playing.
And that's not even his fault. It's just because the media that exists today didn't exist then.
Newspapers.
So it's not even his fault.
When we're talking about like arguably one of the biggest international stars, I would say we have like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and Ohtani's on his way up. Ohtani's in that category. As far as like, I don't even watch your sport, but I know who you are. To sit here and say Robbie Manfred, because that's what the punishment is. If you get caught betting, you're under investigation by your own commissioner. Robbie Manfred's sweeping this puppy under the rug. Robbie Manfred went to the Dodgers. The Dodgers went to Ippei. Said, hey, you're taking this. You're taking this fall. I'm sorry. It's not even Ohtani's call. It's not even Ohtani trying to clean up his own mess.
Oh, I guarantee you for what's the legal term? Plausible deniability. No chance Shohei's even within a mile radius of the building that these conversations are taking place with Ippei. Correct. Not a shot.
Correct.
They say, hey, go, you know what? Here's 10 grand. Go enjoy a nice night out on the town with the new wife. Just blow it all. Paint the town blue on us.
And you're telling me that Ippei broke the news to the LA Dodgers in the clubhouse? Who is Ippei? Who are you? Who are you? You're a translator. Why are you addressing? What are you talking about?
The whole I'm kind of with you on the falling on the sword angle, and it's not even so much it's not so much about looking at who's responsible. It's more about the response for me. When you look at what he said, it's just a dead giveaway. He said, obviously, he, meaning Ohtani, wasn't happy about it and said he would help me out to make sure I never do this again. He decided to pay it off for me. I want everyone to know Shohei had zero involvement in betting. I want people to know I did not know this was illegal. I learned my lesson the hard way. I will never do sports betting ever again. No shot you didn't know this was illegal. Whoever it was, Ohtani, Ippei, I don't care. No shot you didn't know this was illegal.
Yep.
And for you to use absolutes like that, that's just, if we've learned anything, forget the legal world. If we've learned anything from people under the radar or under the microscope in baseball, you think Mark McGwire, Barry, guys like that who have been caught up in things, when they start using absolutes like that, that's when you know something's up.
Something's up,
and for him
dude.
To say, I want people to, I did not know this was illegal. I will never do sports betting ever again. No.
This isn't, you've been in California for years. Years. And what makes you think that, like, Ohtani would be okay with saying, I'm at my status and my translator's getting into some of the biggest possible gambling holes, and I'm not going to put an end to that? My lawyers aren't going to put an end to that? You live in California. It's not legal there. You know what's going on. Bets outside of baseball. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I can't comment on that. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't think it matters so much.
When I heard that, and I'm really not trying to speculate, even though I know we're ultimately only speculating because we have barely anything to go off of. But this is obviously a big deal. It needs to be talked about. When I saw the bit about It was international soccer. There was a couple other sports that
Yeah, it
that
says
were thrown in
international
there.
soccer and other sports hyphen, but not baseball.
That to me, that seemed like an opportunity for the guilty party. You fill in the blank with, if you're listening, whatever party you want to believe is at fault here, and their corresponding camp. To me, that seemed like an opportunity to go, well, maybe this is one area where we can save face. Like, we're kind of out in the open here with the amount of money that's been made public, the people that are involved. But at the very least, we can say, well, we didn't gamble on baseball, to maybe soften the blow a little bit. I don't think it helps, but maybe that's what their thought process was.
And you're telling me that Shohei isn't smart enough to go to one of his attorneys, one of his agents, one of his managers and say, homie's got a pretty big debt. I think I'm going to pay it for him. I think I'm just going to send money right to the guy. There's no one there to say, hey, there's no financial manager to say, hey, actually, that's illegal. I don't think we should have your name anywhere near this. So to sit here and say, I wanted to give the money to the bookkeeper to make sure Ippei learned his lesson and wouldn't bet anymore. Nice try.
Can I ask you something, as someone who has been known to put down $1 or $2?
Yeah, I'm not a big bettor, by the way. I've never bet more than $20 on anything.
On legal platforms, FanDuel, I might add. Yes. Answer me this, if you can. I think the detail that I'm getting hung up on is differentiating between the act of gambling, like proactively gambling, putting down money ahead of time, ahead of an event, whether it be baseball, whatever other sporting event, and then paying off those debts to a bookie. Like, do those carry the same weight in terms of legality or lack thereof? Or,
well, a bookie is not upfront money, whereas FanDuel is, right? FanDuel, DraftKings,
sure,
you have the money in your account, you place that. You go to the horse track, you give money, I'm placing this bet, right?
Sure.
Bookies, no. Bookies typically will have, like, because they have a pool of people betting, they're going to say, I take this bet, I take this bet. Bookies set the odds the same way FanDuel picks odds, right?
Yeah.
So a bookie's setting odds, and all these people are giving them money and say, okay, these odds are changing now because, like, I'm going to be in the hole if I continue to have these great of odds. So odds change. Typically, all this money comes in, and then on Fridays, they're going to say, all right, I'm going to pay out the winners. Losers, you owe me this, right? So that's where, like, the money isn't given up front the way our typical betting is that we're all familiar with.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what's fishy about this. How do you continue to get up to $4.5 million? Like,
but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Let's just say that the scenario or one of the hypothetical scenarios that's floating around out there is reality, is what actually happened. Let's just say the Ippei was the one responsible for these bets. And then let's just say Ohtani didn't know that he was in this deep. And let's just say Ohtani wanted to do his friend a solid. Who, in the eyes of the law, is more at fault here? Or who's going to receive the greater degree of punishment? Is it Ippei, who proactively put these bets down? Or is it Shohei, who has, what did we say, documented at least wire transfers of $500,000?
I don't know.
Like, if
I don't know, because, like, even money, that's still pretty sticky. I think it's worse to go through the action and place the bet. And if there's evidence of you placing an illegal bet, that's probably a worse breaking of the law. It's probably a worse crime.
Sure.
But the fact that your name is, like, attached to complete an illegal transaction, that's pretty bad too. And this bookie is like, yeah, dude, I saw the checks. I saw Shohei's name on there. I didn't say anything.
And
this bookie is 100%. Bookies are sketchy. Bookies are sketchy. They're underground, dude. Right? They're underground stuff. So if you're having Otani's name,
exactly,
and you're able to tell other bettors,
yup,
Otani trusts me with his money, you should too. He's not going around saying Ippei. Who the heck's Ippei?
Goes back to what you said a few minutes ago. Who's Ippei? Who are you? Yeah, no, I'm with you.